So today, kiddies, we're going to be checking out a fresh bendy blower, the Oppo Find N2 Flip. This is one of your more compact foldables, and it's Oppo's take on Samsung's Galaxy Z Flip 4 and the Moto Razr reboot. It was launched in China at the arse end of 2022, and now it's coming to Blighty, hip hip huzzah. I'm shooting this review ahead of the official Oppo Find N2 Flip launch, so I don't know the UK pricing just yet. I'm hoping it's going to be a grand or under similar to the Z Flip 4. I'll bung all that information in the video description below. So let's whip it on out, take you on a full-on tour. And for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So step one, what do you get in the box? And check that out, it actually props the phone up when you pull the lid open. Very posh. So you have yourself one Oppo Find N2 Flip. You've got yourself one 67-watt Super VOOC power adapter, one USB cable, white. We've also got a USB Type A to Type C adapter. And Oppo has also kindly included a two-part condom-style case thing that you can snap onto your Find N2 Flip just to add a bit of extra protection, similar to what Motorola included with its Razr. And that's your lot. Overall, pretty good stuff. I'll give Oppo extra points for the posh lifty-up box. So here it is, kiddies, the Oppo Find N2 Flip. Sports very similar dimensions to Samsung's Galaxy Z Flip 4. It's just a little bit wider overall. Just like Samsung's blower, it is pleasingly dinky when it's all folded up, but as you can see there, a much bigger cover screen. So yes, the Oppo Find N2 Flip should happily fit in any bag or pocket or anywhere else you dare to cram it. And as you can hopefully make out here as well, the Oppo Find N2 Flip is a little bit skinnier than Samsung's blower. That's because you don't have quite as much of a gap with that hinge. I rather liked the purple version of the Galaxy Z Flip 4, so it's good to see that Oppo is also offering the Find N2 Flip in a similar sort of purple hue. Just a little bit lighter, as you can see there. And it does have a more glossy finish to that glass surface as well. So as you can see there, it's already starting to pick up some greasy prints from a light bit of fingering. Oh, and if you're not really a fan of colour, you don't like this purple model, well, no worries, Oppo is also offering the Find N2 Flip in black. Now, both the cover screen and that whopping great internal screen are protected by Gorilla Glass 5. I think the rest of it might be Gorilla Glass as well. However, unlike the Galaxy Z Flip 4, the Find N2 Flip is not water resistant. There's no official IP rating. Should be fine in, like rainstorm or something, but definitely don't go chucking it into a sink or a bath. Now, so far, I'm certainly impressed with Oppo's second-gen Flexion Hinge, which is found not just here on the Oppo Find N2 Flip, but the regular Find N2 as well. For one, Flexion Hinge is just really fun to say. Just don't say it too fast or it might sound a bit rude. As I mentioned before, this leaves pretty much no gap between the two halves of the screen, which is really nice, and it's fairly easy to open one-handed. You can actually look fairly graceful while doing so as well. It's not quite as tricky as some of the other ones I've tried out. As usual, Oppo reckons you can open and close this thing like 100,000 times before there should be any signs of wear and tear. But what I'm most impressed by is the lack of crease in that internal display. There's not absolutely no crease whatsoever. There's a very, very subtle bit of creasing going on in there, which you can feel when you rub your finger over it, but only just. You can only really see it when you have to tilt the phone and just catch the light just so. So yeah, overall, pretty bloody impressive. However, the hinge is not quite as stiff as the one on the Z Flip 4. And what I mean by that is that the Galaxy Z Flip 4 can basically be propped open at any angle you like. The hinge will keep it in place. Whereas here on Oppo's Find N2 Flip, well, you can only really open it to about the 110-degree angle. Any further than that and the phone will just flop open, kind of like my trousers whenever Mary Berry comes on the telly. Hey, she's sophisticated and she can bake a bloody good brownie. I mean, for some of us, that's the perfect woman right there. No worries if you're propping it up this way around though, that hinge will deal with it absolutely fine, so you can get a good angle for shooting a vlog or whatever you want to do. Now, we will certainly be taking a closer look at the cover screen and all that shenanigans in a bit, but first of all, let's check out the software. And what you got here on the Find N2 Flip is a bit of Android 13 with ColorOS 13 slapped on top. And Oppo confirmed that here in the UK it should come with at least 4 years of security and OS updates. Now, I've already done a full dedicated video on ColorOS 13, so I won't spend ages banging on about the various features and tools in this video. You got all the usual bangers here on the Find N2 Flip, including that always on display, which just happily reminds you about how humans are screwing up the entire planet. However, you do have a few special bonus bits here on the Find N2 Flip because it is a foldable smartphone that you won't get on regular Oppo blowers. So let's begin with that proper spacious 3.26 inch cover screen. Not only is this ruddy massive compared with the cover screens on most other phones of its ilk, but also, as you can see there, it's got a portrait rather than the more traditional landscape effort. So unlike a lot of other compact foldables, it's really good for those widgets, means you've got plenty of space in there. Text doesn't have to be super tiny, so everything's clearly legible. And when Oppo first launched the Find N2 Flip, I got really excited about the idea of that cover screen. Because take for instance the Motorola Razr Reboot I recently reviewed. You could open any app you wanted on that cover display, just to save you the faff of unfolding the phone and everything. So you could quickly change up the album that was playing in Deezer, you could properly respond to a message. Hell, you could even stream a bit of YouTube or Disney Plus if you really wanted to. Unfortunately, with the squashed aspect ratio, of course, apps didn't look the way they were meant to. Sometimes they were really awkward to use, like good old Deezer. So I thought, hey, the Find N2 Flip, that'll finally solve that problem. Unfortunately, it turns out I got excited rather prematurely because you can't open any app you like on this cover screen. You've only got a small selection of widgets. And these can be customized within that foldable features section. Just go to widgets and then you can select exactly which ones you want. As you can see there, a very small selection. So if you can't be bothered to actually unfold the phone to make full use of it, just double tap that lock screen. This will activate the face unlock. Otherwise you can use that edge mounted fingerprint sensor as well. And then you can scroll through those widgets, including the time one, which is actually pretty handy. If you are playing any music at the time, the usual media controls do pop up on that cover screen as well. So you can skip a track, you can also pause and play, but you can't change up the album or anything like that. And if you swipe up the screen as well, you can see any waiting notifications. And you can actually reply to any messages that pop through on the likes of WhatsApp as well. But you are very limited in your responses here on the cover screen. You can basically send an emoji or one of a small number of predetermined quick responses. These are again set up in the foldable features menu by tapping quick reply. You can add your own responses and reorder the list, but you are limited to 20 characters per message. Now obviously the Find N2 Flip is Oppo's first attempt at a compact foldable, so I'm hoping that the functionality of that cover screen is expanded over the coming weeks or months. It just seems such a shame to have such a fantastically spacious cover screen with an aspect ratio perfect for running apps and then not actually being able to run any apps on it. Back in foldable features, you'll also see there's a cover screen style section. And this is where you can change up the wallpaper on that cover screen. You've also got an always on display option. Or alternatively, if you're a fan of fluffy things, you've got 5 interactive pets you can also chuck on there. So let's go with, let's try the bunny. So as you can see, these little blighters are fully animated, so they bring your cover screen to life. My bunny appears to be pissed off about something for some reason. Come on mate, you've got a big old juicy carrot to get stuck into there. Surely that should please you. Maybe he doesn't like it when I poke him right in the face. Yeah, not a fan. Alright, well screw you bunny, let's go for a bit of cat action instead. I mean, this Moggy seems mostly freaked out by me, to be honest. Oh, and pissed off as well. I'm liking this kitty though. Apparently a bit of a fan of Fit for a King, likes his metal. Now, if you eventually get around to yanking open the Oppo Find N2 Flip, you will unfurl a rather lovely 6.8 inch AMOLED display with a 21:9 aspect ratio that's perfect for kicking back with some cinematic fare on Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever. Slightly less great if you're kicking back with some old school fare because you get some massive pillar box on either side, but hey ho. It's a full HD plus resolution, 2520 by 1080 pixels, so despite the fact it's pretty spacious, you get some reasonably crisp detail chucked in there. HDR10 plus support, no support for Dolby Vision unfortunately, but like all premium smartphones these days, you can expect very stunning visuals indeed. Nice punchy colours as well. You can actually change up the colour output from the default vivid to a more natural hue if you prefer. And that crease, not noticeable at all, certainly when you're viewing any content head on. You do have to sort of tilt it to the side and, as I say, catch the light to even begin to notice that fold. And the selfie cam isn't exactly weeny and it is centrally positioned, so it does slightly intrude, but not to some horrific degree. The Find N2 Flip's display supports 120Hz refresh, so silky smooth when you are zipping about that UI. However, just like the Galaxy Z Flip, you do have some anti-reflection film on the Find N2 Flip. Doesn't really do much to prevent reflections, to be perfectly honest, and it does pick up greasy fingerprints and grime far too easily, so it looks an absolute state in no time at all. And you do have a stereo speaker setup here on the Oppo Find N2 Flip, so let's crank that volume, see what we're working with.
Some serious gaming and benchmark action, so here's my review. And for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers!
And yep, even with plenty of background noise going on, pump this thing up to the maximum volume and you'll be able to hear what is going on nice and clear. Not too tinny either, and that earpiece speaker actually pulls its weight as well, because often it's the bottom speaker that is doing the majority of the work. If you hit up the Find N2 Flip's sound settings, you'll see you've got a Dolby Atmos support on here, set to smart by default. So I can change up the audio profile depending on what you're actually doing, bit of gaming, listening to some music, etc. And you've got your Bluetooth 5.3 streaming support here on the Find N2 Flip as well. Seems to do a bang up job streaming to speakers and headphones, which is just as well because, as usual, bugger all headphone jack. And no worries on the storage side, even though there's no micro SD memory card support, because you've got a choice of 256 or 512 gigs of internal storage. And once you've deleted loads of the crapware that comes pre-installed on the Oppo Find N2 Flip, well, that leaves you with loads of space. Now, the Oppo Find N2 Flip is powered by a special exclusive version of MediaTek's Dimensity 9000 Plus chipset. Now, the 9000 Plus, the original version, was found on some beefy smartphones last year, like the Xiaomi 12 Pro and the Asus ROG Phone 6D. But apparently on this blower, MediaTek has optimized the chipset for a more compact form factor to make it more energy efficient. It's backed here by 8 gigs of RAM on my review model. I did take the liberty of running some Geekbench testing as well, and as you can see there's some pretty respectable scores, comparable to what I saw on the likes of the Google Tensor 2 chipset in the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro. And that certainly means you can get a good bit of gaming on the go on the Find N2 Flip, even in beefier titles like Genshin Impact. And when I did boost the graphics settings up to the highest possible levels, I did notice some drops in the frame rate when the action got a little bit intense, but it stayed perfectly playable. That's helped along by the performance boosting features in ColorOS's gaming mode, which also adds a whole bunch of other tools and toggles and stuff that can really help you get the most out of your game. And yes, this phone did get a wee bit toasty up in that top half after I was gaming for more than half an hour, but to be fair, it didn't degrade the performance even after I topped the hour mark. And so far, touch wood, I've had zero issues with the 5G or the Wi-Fi connectivity here on the Oppo Find N2 Flip. Oppo knows how to bang out a really good antenna. But if you are tempted to get a compact foldable phone like the Find N2 Flip, well, one of the best reasons for getting this bad boy over its rivals is the excellent battery life. Oppo has somehow managed to cram a 4,300 mAh capacity cell inside of that slender Bendy chassis. And that is considerably bigger than the 3,700 mAh cell crammed into the Galaxy Z Flip 4 and the 3,500 mAh battery that Motorola stuffed inside of the Razr. And I found I can easily make it through a full day on a single charge of this bad boy, even if I'm using the camera lots, if I'm doing a little bit of gaming, lots of movie streaming, lots of music streaming, whatever you fancy basically. There's definitely an improvement on Samsung's foldable, where quite often I would get to about sort of 9-10 o'clock at night and only have about 5% charge remaining and just be like desperately turning on all the power saving modes to eke out that last little bit of life. And then when the Oppo Find N2 Flip is completely out of juice and it needs to be powered back up again, you got 44 watt wired charging support, not the fastest around, but not particularly lethargic. Sadly, there is no wireless charging support on here though. But anyhow, let's finish up this Oppo Find N2 Flip unboxing and hands-on review with a squint at the camera tech. And as you can see, you've got a dual lens setup slapped on the front end here, which is actually technically the back end once you open it up and everything. The primary sensor is a 50 megapixel Sony IMX890, and that is backed by a basic 8 megapixel ultra wide angle. What you're seeing right here is the dual screen preview, so if you are shooting a quick snap of someone, they can, do their hair or pretend to look happy so they know they're going to look good in the final photo. And of course, you can always flip along to this little widget here if you want to shoot a photo or a video of yourself using those cameras. So you don't have to rely on the internal selfie camera. Now, as usual, you've got a wide selection of filters and everything to play around with, including all of the Hasselblad goodies you usually get on Oppo smartphones these days, like the Radiance mode, Serenity, and Emerald. And you've also got yourself that dedicated Pro mode if you want to mess around with the likes of the ISO levels, the white balance, the focus, the shutter speed. You can use this to capture either JPEG or RAW images, or a bit of RAW plus as well. And I was certainly happy enough with the test photos that I captured on the Oppo Find N2 Flip in my first few days with this smartphone. It doesn't seem to be thrown out by strong contrast, the colour reproduction is perfectly natural, the 4-in-1 pixel binning helps out in low light situations, and Oppo has stuffed its Marisilicon X NPU inside as well, just like you'll find on those Oppo Find X5 phones. So low light photos in general come out very nicely indeed, bright and pretty crisp as long as the focus doesn't f*** up. Got plenty of bonus camera modes on here as well, the usual portrait style shenanigans of course with that adjustable bokeh action. Then you got that nostalgic expand mode as well, which some people might get a kick out of. As for your video shenanigans, well, you can shoot up to 4K resolution footage, but if you want to shoot at 60 FPS, that will bump it down to full HD again. And again, I was happy with the test footage that the Find N2 Flip spaffed out at that 4K level, plenty of detail packed into every frame, the image stabilization is respectable, and even at night, that Marisilicon X again helped to keep the video nice and bright, certainly more attractive than what you'll get on a lot of rival smartphones. And then the little selfie camera on the inside of the Find N2 Flip is a 32 megapixel effort. Sony IMX709, although you only really need to use this for, Skyping and zooming and the like, because if you do want to shoot a selfie, you can do so with those rear cameras. And if you want to shoot a video of yourself, well, you can use the internal selfie camera on that massive 6.8-inch display. And you can just prop up the smartphone like so and chat hands-free if you want. This is particularly good for Skyping or Zooming or whatever. Or alternatively, you can use the external cameras as well to shoot a bit of vlogging action. Either way, you're topping off at full HD resolution. And there you have it, you gorgeous wee beasties. That, in a delicious little nutshell, is Oppo's nifty Find N2 Flip. And I've got to say, as far as these compact foldables go, this is one of my favourites right now in 2023. Mostly because of the excellent bloody battery life, but as a solid all-rounder, you can't really go wrong. My only real complaint is that that cover screen, as delightful as it is, does feel underutilised right now. So hopefully at some point they'll push some updates that allow you to do more with it. Anyway, that's what I reckon. What do you guys think? Are you tempted by the Oppo Find N2 Flip? It'd be great to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Please do poke, subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech. And have yourselves a really wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everyone, love you. Oh, my wrist proper clicked there. Jesus Christ, I'm getting old, man.